Alright, if you're watching this video, that means I finally got the Q&A uploaded. This is my, I don't even know, 6th or 7th time recording this thing now. Because I recorded on my phone a few times and it just didn't upload right because you can't upload from mobile a 21-minute video. I tried recording on my camcorder, which I just couldn't get to work, which is a good camcorder, but it's just not computing with the laptop I have here at the house, so I don't know. I'm just, I can't. I can't and I won't. It's too much. So, if you're watching this, thank you for being patient, and I'm sorry for the wait. But, a little while back on my Instagram, I made a post for a Q&A video for fingerboarding, and I have all the questions right here on this piece of paper. I had to write them all down because I have used my phone to record, obviously, and I can't look at my phone for the questions and record on the same time if I'm using my phone to record. So, I'm going to read them off and answer them as quick as I can. And I think I just misplaced a deck I want to use in the video, so I'm going to quickly grab that. Sorry, I'm just not good in front of cameras, and etc., etc. Where'd it go? Well, it's missing. Oh, there it is. Duh. Okay, sorry about that. But let's get this thing on the road. I am awkward in front of cameras, so if you don't like awkward people in front of cameras, probably don't watch this video. It'd be for the best. But all these people that I'm going to mention from Instagram, you should go check them out. They're awesome people. And yeah. First question came from Jordan FB42, and his question was the hands emoticon with little dots and the heart eyes. Good job, Jordan. Second question came from Matthias Seda, and he asked, what was my dream setup? Deck, wheels, trucks, etc. And to answer that question best, I don't actually have a dream setup. And the reason I don't is because my main setup right here, the camera's going to try to adjust to it so it looks better, but my main setup right there is a Preet 32mm board, 32mm Lakewood trucks, and flat face wheels, and this is really the best setup I could ask for. I really do like it. I love this setup a lot. Like, it's just so freaking nice. I love it. So, I don't have much of a dream setup. I mean, the setups I would like to have, of course, like a Beast Pants with, the blue base plate, black order trucks, white wheels, FBS obviously, blue witchcrafts, and some kind of white and blue themed deck. If you want to have an answer for a dream setup, that'd be it. But anyways, next question came from FB Andrin1. He said, what is my favorite trick? And as you probably saw in one of the tricks I just did, favorite trick is a kickflip. I suck at them though. I get bad in front of cameras. But anyways, favorite trick is kickflip. Next question came from Dancing Robot 123, and she asked, my ideal sponsor and how long have I been fingerboarding? For an ideal sponsor, straight up to be honest, I would obviously like to be sponsored by Preet. I have so many of their setups. I mean, their decks. Peter Ringo is an awesome, freaking awesome dude. Like, he is just a legend in fingerboarding because he's been around for so long and his decks are just so nice. But any smaller company would be a good sponsor, in my opinion. Most people would say, like, oh, I want to get sponsored by Flatface or Berlinwood or stuff like that. But, like, this is a deck from my friend Jason. Level Up Fingerboards is his brand. I bought this for $10 from him, and it's a freaking amazing deck. Like, it is just so nice. I'll be recording a video with this deck soon, actually, so keep an eye out for that. But it's a good company, and any small company like that is a good brand I would love an ideal sponsor from, obviously. How long have I been fingerboarding? I've been fingerboarding for 7 years. It's been a crazy ride. It's been a long ride, but I've enjoyed it pretty much every step of the way. There's been some spots where it was like kind of a hiatus, but that's because I lost my setup sometimes or school got busy, and you know how it is. Next question came from I Fingerboards. Geraldine, the owner of Teak. She asked, again, how long have I been fingerboarding and what got me into it? And to answer that question honestly, what got me into fingerboarding was the summer after my parents divorced. I had to live in my grandma's house on my dad's side, which is out in the middle of BFE, but fuck Egypt, excuse my language, but it was in the middle of nowhere. And my youngest uncle left some of the youngest uncle left some of his really old tech decks there. You know, like the first generation ones. They kind of look like, let me see if I can pull one out quickly. I have one of them laying around, but I don't know if I can dig it out. Nope, I don't have it in the little drawer down here. So I'll just show you the one I actually got for myself, though, because basically what happened is we played with them. My younger brother and my cousins tried to stand on them, so she took them away. So The same day, I had my dad take me out to Walmart, and I got one of these. This is the first fingerboard I ever got. It's a little toy machine tech deck. It's up for the Joy graphic. I've had this deck the whole time I've been fingerboarding. And it's a fun deck, obviously. It's just tech deck, though, so, I mean, can't do too much on it. It's fun, though. But that's what got me into fingerboarding itself. The next person was JCA Fingerboards, and he asked how long again. And as I said, I've been fingerboarding for about 7 years. The next person after that is Wolfgang Stebbins, as in also Wolfgang on Instagram, or 2PortBRR on YouTube. Take a moment here, if you don't know who that is, to go check them out on any of those platforms. Awesome person, awesome fingerboarder. You need to go check them out. Don't watch my Grambling video. Go watch him. He's over there somewhere in the search bar or over in the related. If I'm lucky, maybe just go somewhere else, because he's a much better person to watch than I am. It's not as awkward. But his questions are: what do I miss the most about the old fingerboard community? That's the first one, and I said this in the other videos that you guys won't be watching, but one of the things I miss the most about the old fingerboard community is the best way to describe it is the crude factor to it. The older fingerboarding scene didn't have all these Black River trucks and, locked bearing wheels and all that jazz. It was a different feeling. Like, back then, they had something similar to these, obviously. They had the Tech Deck wide trucks, and these are China wheels, but they're flat-face wheels, was standard back then, obviously. But what I miss about it is just it's just the nostalgia factor. That's all I can really say for it. I like where we are now, fingerboarding-wise. I wouldn't want to go back, necessarily. It would be nice, I guess, in an idea, but I wouldn't necessarily want to go back, because I like where we are nowadays. I mean, all these setups that I have nowadays, Black River trucks and the flat-face wheels, they're just really nice setups. I wouldn't want to trade it away for anything. Just saying. I miss it, but I won't go back. And the second question was, why won't Senpai notice him, as in me, whatever, yada yada. And the only senpai for you, Wolfie, I know, is Eric Best, and that's because you messed up his last name in your own Q&A video. You thought it wasn't Best when it was Best. Good job. I'm still awkward in front of cameras, so I'm sorry about this. The next question came from I Fingerboard a Lot, Nick Hunt over on Instagram. Awesome guy. I don't know his YouTube offhand, I'm sorry. But his question was, would you go through the Heavy Rain storyline in real life for a preet? And if you don't know what the Heavy Rain storyline is, it's basically a map in Left 4 Dead 2 where you have to go get gas in a town that's like suffering a tropical storm with a bunch of zombies. Would I go through it for a preet in real life? I got priorities with life. I don't want to die anytime soon. But preets are nice, so it's a possibility. It would depend if I ever had to do that situation. Next question after that came from FB Eric 17. And actually, this is the question I want to address the most in this Q&A. And he asked, what makes preet decks so important? Sorry it's taking so long to get to this answer, obviously, because this video is taking so long to get up. But in my opinion, what makes preet decks like this custom one so important and rare in the fingerboarding scene is that preet decks are made by Peter Ringel. He lives in Germany. He's been making decks since like 2008 at least, if not earlier. If you ask somebody else in the fingerboard scene that's an OG, that's an older one, a little older than I am, obviously. I'm like from the original, but I'm a newer original. I'll have to explain in a different video. But basically, what makes them so important is that they're very hard to get a hold of. They are very, very, very nice decks. And I just think that they're just very, very good things to have in a collection. Some people prefer preets as a very good deck. Some people don't like them. I don't know. It just depends. As you can tell, I have 5 all set up with Black River trucks and flat-face wheels, basically. So, I mean, I like them a lot. The only one I can ever complain about, I want to point this out quickly, is this deck right here. The two-tone I bought from recently. This is the newest one I got. And it's a great deck. I love it. The shape is absolutely perfect. The plies are awesome. You can't really see it because the lighting sucks. But my one complaint about it is the lacquer that Peter used chipped off all the time on the two-tone, the darker side. It just was, like, waxy, and it was terrible. So I had to, like, re-lacquer this deck specifically, like, 3 times. Because every time I did it, there was still little remnants of the previous lacquer on it. It just kept chipping, and it was bad. Honestly, I think it might still be that way, but I let it dry enough to the point that it just kind of just settled into the deck. So it's nice and shiny, as you can see right there. It's a very nice deck. I love this deck. And if you ever have the chance to get a preet, get one. oh my god, I suck! Anyways, next question came from ZoomFB. And he asked, who is the most influential person in fingerboarding to me? Also, what made me want to start fingerboarding? As I said in the previous videos that you guys obviously haven't watched, because they won't get to, the most influential person in fingerboarding to me would have to be probably, even though you said you weren't inspirational and you talked about it in the Q&A, which if you are not this person and you're watching this video, go watch his Q&A, I would have to say Wolfgang. You're probably the most inspirational and influential person to me right now because, as you said in your Q&A, if I'm not mistaken, you just take fingerboarding and put it into a different category than what most people will, because a lot of people compare fingerboarding to actual skateboarding. I pull a skateboard up, but I'm not going to. But a lot of people compare it to that in realism. When it comes to fingerboarding, it's not realistic. Like, most people would never think of doing a kickflip to a nose crook like this side and then flipping it out into a tray. Like, you could easily in like one try, Wolfgang. You probably could. Like, you could probably do that right now in the middle of watching this video. You can just grab your board, flip it over, and do it in one shot. I would never be able to do that in one shot. I could maybe do it on a good day after trying 17 times, if I'm lucky. But that's the most influential person in fingerboarding to me. And what made me want to start fingerboarding, jumping off that category when I was talking about this deck and getting into it, what made me want to start fingerboarding, what got me into it, to answer the other question as well. Basically, I got this deck, and I can never do anything. I mean, I was lifting it with my thumb, or grabbing it with my ring finger. It was always those stupid little tricks that kids do. You can never do it right. But I got to the point in middle school, everybody had tech decks, and everybody was trying to do the tricks. And some people could do ollies and actually like legit do kick flips. And I remember seeing a kid once at lunch doing a kick flip on a command, and I was like, how in the world I want to do that? So I went on YouTube and looked up some tech deck videos, as they called them back then. And still, some people call them that, tech deck tricks. But the one person I found was Gary Chin, Weak Fingers, on YouTube. Again, go watch them as well. So their videos his videos are a little older because he hasn't put anything up recently, but they're still very good videos. But what got me into the fingerboarding scene, like the actual legit scene, is that I noticed after a while some of his decks in the videos were not tech decks, they were wooden. And I was like, well, what is this? What is a wooden fingerboard? And I started looking in the comments and started seeing the brands like Berlinwood, Arctic, Primo, Vegas, Holywood, Yellowwood back then, Frost. If I already said Frost, I probably already did. It's all a big jumble in here. But a lot of the OGs know the older brands I'm talking about. And I started looking up on Google those names, and you find the form, and it all goes down from there. That's what got me into fingerboarding for the past 7 years of my life. The next 3 questions came from Dan Seleskis, and he asked, first, who was my favorite fingerboarder? And that goes to 3 people, actually. Again, Wolfgang Stebbins, Wolfie. Eric Best, he's just freaking awesome to watch. If you haven't watched Eric Best ever, go find him on Instagram. Look around and find him on there. He's a good fingerboarder to watch. It's really cool. I haven't seen anything from him recently, now that I think about it, but he's still a really cool fingerboarder to watch. And the third one, but I'd go classically just to Mike Schneider. He's the owner of Flatface, if you don't know. He's a very awesome dude. I've met him quite a few times out at Rendezvous. So was my younger brother. We both went to those events, obviously. They were really fun. He's an awesome dude. And to go quickly on my own branch of a fingerboard-related person, his mom, Ellen Schneider, is a very helpful person. She runs a lot of the stuff through Flatface that a lot of customers don't think about. So, even though it doesn't matter because it's a small channel, but it's a shout-out to her. She's a very nice lady, and thank you for the stuff you do. So the second question from Dan Seleskis was, what is my dream setup? And again, to answer that question, either that Beast Pants Black River setup I just mentioned earlier in the video, or again, just my classical pre-Black River Flatface wheel setup, because it's very nice. I love this thing. Like, I need to film more often with this setup, because it's so flippin' nice. I'll record a video with this soon, because I want to do something with this themed, but I gotta start recording with this soon. I gotta start recording more. And up on YouTube, I mean. But his third question was favorite company, and I want to categorize that into 3 types of companies: decks, wheels, and obstacles. Decks-wise, favorite company would have to just be straight up Preet. I really love Preet decks. There's some other ones that are really nice, obviously. I haven't tried it, but Catfish Barbecue looks nice. As I said, Level Up is a very nice brand. I have a Homewood deck that I haven't rode yet. I got from my younger brother. That's a good brand. It's really any fingerboard company is a good company for me, except for a few other categorized ones, such as some names I won't say because I don't want to start a rage war. But That's for decks. Wheels, I'm going to go straight up flat face wheels. I've always rode flat face wheels. I have some other brand wheels, like these ones right here are some cheap China ones I got from someone on Instagram. So we're, wherever the setup is. This one, China wheels. This one, China wheels. But preferably, I ride flat face. They're just really nice wheels. Another brand that I like that's not around anymore, really, is No Comply fingerboards. They had very nice wheels. I had a few sets of those in the past, but I've lost all of them but one. And I regret it so much. So if anybody of you out there have No Comply wheels in good condition, please get a hold of me. I really would like those wheels. But anyways, the last brand I have to go with for obstacle-wise would have to be, classically, I like Black River ramps. They're cool. They're kind of, I'll be honest, as Wolf said in his video, they're kind of overpriced for what they are. Like, I understand the pricing and why it's that way, but it is a little overpriced because I can make it, really, if I took the time. But they're a good obstacle company. And also an upcoming one is Butterbrand, which is run by Paul Wharton. And I'll mention him a little more in another question later. You'll see in a second. The next 3 questions came from Matt Robinson. He's a cool dude. His first question was, how long have I been making fingerboard decks? And that question arose because if you don't know, I'm the owner of Lakewood Fingerboards. I've been making decks for about 5 or 6 years now. This is the deck I'm working on right now. It's a custom. I gotta cut this out at some point, but it's snowing, so I don't know when I'll cut this out. I might have to do it in the kitchen. I'll go well. But anyways, making decks for about 5 or 6 years, which that's been a big mashup of different decks, like wooden decks, paper decks, and at one point aluminum decks, but that was made out of aluminum cans. I'm ranting. The next question after that, I am so attractive on camera. The next question after that is, what is my favorite obstacle? And my favorite obstacle would have to be this butter ledge I got from Butterbrand, Paul Wharton. And you're looking at this ledge right now, and you're thinking it's cool, but it also looks eerily familiar to another brand you might know. And, oh man, the reason for that is that, yes, this is the exact same mold as the company you're probably thinking of, Level Ledges. But he doesn't sell these ledges. Paul does not sell these. He found this mold shape, which is the exact same one that, I can't think of his name, but the owner of Level Ledges bought for his original ledges, this style shape. And they discovered this earlier on, and Paul liked this for himself. This is his first ledge he ever made, so he gave it to me since he won't be selling them, and he wanted to be nice and generous to me. Still love this ledge. It's awesome. Absolutely, I love this ledge. It's my favorite thing to use ever. I've always wanted a ledge like this shape out of concrete. I don't know why. I always did, and now that I have one, I'm just, super happy. I'm just the happiest person in the world. His last question was, what is my favorite set of Black River trucks? And he asked that at the time because at that time he was trading me the set of yellow ones, which I absolutely love still. Matt, these are awesome. I absolutely do adore those trucks. I gotta find wheels that'll work with this setup, because every type of wheels I've tried in these so far, I can't get them to work because I suck. But I like the trucks. My favorite set, though, would have to be these ones right here. They're cheetah printed because they were originally black trucks, the black painted ones. But I took a set of nail strips to them and made them cheetah printed, so they're really cool. Favorite. Last question after all this was from Flight Fingerboards, and he asked, "Pahaha 69" with little teary-eyed emoticons. And the reason he said that, if you noticed in the video so far, is that this pre right here has 69 on it. I hate how this is not covered over here. I'm weird. I should have moved the camera over. But anyways, that was the answer to his question. Yeah, right there. Okay, this has been probably a terrible 19 minutes for anyone who's been watching. I'm so sorry. I'm awkward in front of cameras. I would edit this if I knew how to, but I don't know editing for videos yet. I just don't. I've never really gotten around to doing that, so at some point I'll get better with that. For now, if you suffered through this 20-minute video, thank you so much. And quick notes before I go, the last 30 seconds. We had 26 subscribers as last I knew on this channel, which is really awesome. I'd never expected to ever have more than 5. So, see, that number is baffling for me, because I'm just a kid with a bunch of tiny skateboards that sits in his room with a curtain behind him right now. But thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing if you did. God, I'm awkward in front of cameras, and I'm so sorry if this was a terrible video for you to watch. I'm going to be recording some more stuff soon. I'll be recording, like I said, a mini with this setup right here. I'm going to start recording better with this setup. And that's just about it. So, yeah, I'm going to end this recording here. I hope I get this uploaded soon. And I'll catch you guys next... I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.